Systems, Plants Part 1. Cells to system. All animals and plants are made up of cells. Cells are the basic building block of life. A group of cells with similar structure and function works together to perform a particular job forms a tissue. When different tissues all work together to perform a particular job, it forms an organ. Different organs working together to perform a particular job forms an organ system. So, what is a system? A system is made of different organs that work together to perform a function. Each system's function is specific and works differently from other systems. For example, photosynthesis, for plants to make food on their own. Breathing, to exchange gases. Transport, to absorb food and water. Now let's take a look at the different parts of a plant. Roots. Its function is to hold the plant firmly to the ground. It has root hairs that can be found near the tip of the roots. Its function is to take in water and mineral salts from the soil. There are two main categories of roots, underground roots and non-underground roots. In this diagram you can see the underground roots. Now let us take a look at the example of non-underground roots. There are three types of non-underground roots. Hanging roots, which grow from the stems or branches hanging down into the soil for additional support. Example of a tree with hanging roots. Banyan tree. Breathing roots, which are roots that grow upwards above the ground to take in air. Example of a tree with breathing roots. Mangrove. Clasping roots. Plants with weak stem have clasping roots that attaches the plant to something strong so it can climb to get enough sunlight. Example of a plant with clasping roots. Money plant. Second part of a plant, stems. It has three functions. Hold the plant upright. Support the branches and leaves. Contains tubes that transport food, water, and mineral salts. Stems are usually found above the ground, but some plants have underground stems. These stems are usually swollen with stored food that can be used by new shoots. Example of plants with such stems are potato and ginger. Some plants have woody stems, for example oxana tree, while some has weak stems, for example money plant. Here is another part of a plant, leaves. Leaves are made up of three parts. Leaf stalk. Veins. Leaf blade. Leaves comes in different shape and sizes. Here are some ways to categorize them. Edge of leaves. Tooth edge. Entire edge. Lobed edge. Shape of leaves. Oval. Round. Heart. Lanced. Round. Linear. We can also categorize them by their vein pattern. Parallel pattern. Network pattern. Leaves have stomata. They are tiny openings found mainly on the underside of the leaf. Opens and closes according to plants' need to lose or retain water, as well as for gaseous exchange with the environment. This is one of the stomata which is opened, while this is closed. Photosynthesis. Leaves help the plant to make food as it can carry out photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is the process of making food by plants. Let us take a look at what happens during photosynthesis. Sunlight, carbon dioxide, and water is absorbed by the plant. Plant will then carry out photosynthesis. Glucose and oxygen will then be produced. Photosynthesis will only occur in the presence of light. It is very important as it allows plants to make their own food, and also for carbon dioxide to be converted to oxygen, which is essential for the survival of living things. Flowers. They are the most attractive part of the plant as they are usually brightly colored and sweet smelling, which helps to attract insects. Fruits are developed from flowers. Some flowers are dull colored and have unpleasant odor. For example, Rafflesia. Flowers can grow singly or grow in clusters. Fruits contain seeds that are essential for reproduction. The flesh of fruits protects the seed. Some fruits are edible while others are not. So what are seeds, since they are essential for reproduction? A seed is able to grow into a young seedling or plant. Germination is a process when a seed begins to develop into a seedling. In order to do so, it requires water, warmth, and oxygen. Now let us recap what we have learned in plants. A system is made of different organs that work together to perform a function. Each system's function is specific and works differently from other systems. Different parts of a plant. Roots. It holds the plant firmly to the ground. It has root hairs found near the tip of the roots to help take in water and mineral salts. Types of non-underground roots are hanging, braiding, and clasping. Stems. Its function is to hold the plant upright, support the branches and leaves. Contains tubes that transport food, water, and mineral salts. Leaves. Has 3 parts: leaf stalk, vase, and leaf blade. Helps the plants to make food via photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is a process when a plant takes in sunlight, carbon dioxide, and water to make glucose and oxygen. Leaves also contain stomata and are mostly found on the underside. It opens and closes for gaseous exchange. Flowers. The most attractive part of the plant is it is usually brightly colored and carries sweet-smelling nectar. It also develops into flowers once fertilized. Fruits. Contains seeds which are essential for reproduction. Flesh of fruits protects the seed. Seeds. A young plant or seedling develops from a seed. For germination to occur, it requires WOW, which is warmth, oxygen, and water. Thank you for the effort to learn with me. Good job. That is all for today. Stay tuned for more interesting lessons from me. See you next time. Bye-bye.